Hey guys, we are going to be talking about my best luxury purchases of 2024 so far. Can you believe we are halfway through, pretty much halfway through 2024? And I always do this like around Mishmas or whatever. So at the end of the year or at the beginning of the next year, kind of talk about the whole year. But I do like to do this half year check-in. I just like going back and not letting too much time go by and just taking a look at what I've purchased. And more importantly, what are the things that I really, really loved? What are the things that I really used quite a bit? And kind of take stock and see, were there any mistakes or whatever? These are my best purchases. I will do like probably a year-end worst purchases. And those are generally purchases that I don't necessarily regret, but I just maybe only used once or twice. So I really like using my stuff. So anyway, I went back to January 1st, looked at all of my purchases, and I came up with 10 of my best or favorite or most used, whatever you want to call it, luxury purchases of 2024 so far. So I'm going to go ahead and start with Prada. As you guys know, I'm a huge Prada fan, have been a long time Prada fan. And there were quite a few things that I purchased this year that have made this list. This first one is this navy cotton cardigan. It is just something that I fell in love with. My friend Julie, the one that I go to Palm Springs with, she had this sweater on. She walked out with it one day. She just kind of threw it on. We thought it was going to be a little chilly in the evening. And I looked at it and I said, what's that you got on? She was like, oh, it's just, it's like an older Prada cardigan. And I was like, I really love it. And I've been trying to put my finger on what exactly it is about this cardigan that I love, because I will tell you, this is 100% cotton. I'm not usually a cotton knit person. Cotton is sort of like a dry sort of feeling fiber. It's also quite heavy in that it hangs. And yeah, it's just not my favorite. I'm kind of a wool, cashmere, yak kind of gal. But I just really, really loved it. I also never wear navy. I'm not opposed to navy. I just have a lot of black, a lot of grays, a lot of beiges and camels. Navies, I don't know. I just don't have a lot in my wardrobe. But there was something about this cardigan that I just absolutely loved. And when she said that it was from an older season, I was like, oh, okay. Didn't think much of it. And then I was at my Prada boutique maybe a few weeks later, and way at the top, they have this whole shelving system against this wall upstairs in the women's ready-to-wear department. And way at the top, there was this one navy sweater, and everything's folded up. So you can't even see the whole thing. You're not even sure what it is. And I saw it, and I was like, is that a cardigan? And the salesperson I was working with, she was like, I have no idea. So they took it down, and it was this cardigan. She said there really aren't that many left because this is from, I think the spring, what are we in, 24? I think this was spring 2023. So it was like a year old or even older than that. But I decided to go for it. I was like, I just think this is something I'm gonna wear all the time. And gosh darn it, you guys, it is something I wore all the time. This was just kind of turned into my whoopee. If I needed an extra layer, I just threw this on. And I even surprised myself at how often I wore navy. And it's just perfect. I love, love, love the fact that it has this chunky zipper underneath the buttons. So there's two levels of closure. I just think that's such a neat detail. There are pockets, which are always handy. And I really, really love this. It's like a fisherman rib knit. So it's a really defined stitch pattern, right? You can really see each stitch in there. And cotton knits tend to have a really defined stitch look to them. So on top of this particular stitch and it being in cotton, it is a very like knitterly kind of sweater. So I really love it. I love that it has saddle shoulders here. Just all the detailing. I really love this sweater. I love it so much, and negative zero regrets on purchasing this. And in fact, I told my sales associate at Prada, I was like, I don't know if you have any pull at all, but if they made this sweater in any other basic colors, a camel, an olive green, a black, a cream, like any color, the exact same sweater, I would get it in a heartbeat. She's like, I'll let Italy know. We'll see what they say. So anyway, I love this sweater. This is number one on my best luxury purchases of 2024. Number two is this hooded, cropped re-nylon jacket from Prada. And I've been wearing this nonstop. You've seen this on Instagram, you've seen this on my vlog, so you're probably not surprised to see this here. You probably weren't surprised to see the cardigan either. But I love this. And this was, you know, another item I was like, I like it. We'll see if I wear it because it's cropped. And I liked the idea of cropped. I have a lot of cropped like outer layers, like a lot of my Lululemon scuba hoodies are cropped, probably because I wear like longer shirts and I like kind of playing with like different lengths and stuff. Anyway, I thought, I think I'll wear that often, but we'll see. And boy, did I. I wore this everywhere all the time. First of all, the fabric is perfect. It's perfect for Vegas because, you know, it does get cold here, but if I'm wearing like a really chunky sweater, a chunky sweater plus like a heavy winter coat is too much. I think it's too much for here. But if I wear like a really chunky sweater and then this on top, perfect. It's great. It does a little bit of wind breaking. It does a little bit of water resistance. It's a really, really great outer layer. And I was able to wear this, like I can't really wear this now, it's a little bit too warm, but I was able to wear this for a long time into our Vegas weather here because it is relatively light and I could wear it easily over just like a t-shirt or whatever. So this was a really practical purchase, if you will. The bottom actually cinches in. So it's a very kind of cropped boxy silhouette, but it cinches in, it's slightly elasticated. So you can kind of, I don't know, turn it into like a bubble top. I think to make that effective, you'd have to zip it up. I probably didn't zip this up that much. I just would throw it on. So I didn't really wear it that way, but you do have that option. The hood is there to stay. It's not detachable. Long sleeves, elasticated cuffs here. So just really comfortable, great weight. It's black. It's just a very, very practical piece. So I did end up wearing this a lot. I actually ended up wearing it over this short sleeve blouse quite a bit with another piece, which is coming up in just a few. So anyway, this is number 2 on my list of best luxury purchase. Okay, my third and I believe final thing from Prada on this list, we'll move on after this product, I swear, are these sandals. Now this is a newer purchase. Both the cardigan and the windbreaker I got like earlier on in the year. These I just recently purchased. I got them when I was shopping for my cruise and I have not looked back. Outside of sneakers, outside of slippers, these are the most comfortable shoes that I have. They are made out of Napa leather, so very, very soft, very supple, slightly padded. And the bottoms, the soles, are slightly molded, not too much. They're not soft in any way. There's no like cushioning, but they feel it when you put them on. They're very, very comfortable. They have a nice lug sole, and I have feet that I would say are a teensy bit wider than average. And because these straps are Velcroed, you can make them just a little bit looser if you want, kind of loosen it up. If you feel like you need a little bit of room, you can tighten them up a little bit if you feel like they're a little bit too wide. So there's a little bit of room for adjustment there. But I love, love, love these sandals. And they do have this in like a light beige, light khaki color, but it is like the quilted. Have you guys seen that? It's like triangle quilted. And then there isn't the logo plaque. It's like Prada's like embossed in there. And I just didn't like it. I liked this kind of sleeker look. And they only have it in black in terms of this like kind of smooth Napa leather. And again, I told my sales associate, I was like, you just let Italy know. If they want to come out with different colors of the shoes, I will definitely be buying them because they are so, so comfortable. And someone asked if I were to recommend, or like, what is the most comfortable walking shoe? Let's say if you live in New York City and you're just on your feet all the time. These Prada sandals, the Chanel Dad sandals, or Birkenstocks, I said these, hands down. The Birkenstocks have a break-in period. If you guys have Birkenstocks, you guys know that sole, it takes a while to break in. It has to like mold to your foot. It's very hard when you first put on a pair of Birkenstocks. You guys know what I'm talking about. Chanel Dad sandals, they are, the leather is hard, at least the versions that I have. I think they have different like uppers and stuff, but the versions I have, the leather is like a little bit stiffer. I find it a little bit fussier to kind of get like the right width for my foot. Yeah, these are just much more comfortable, like right out of the box, could wear them, wore them out all day, had no problem. My feet felt great. So I absolutely love these sandals and I really do hope they come out with different colors. I would even just get like bright white in these. I would get a beige, camel, green, gray. I mean, I could go on and on. Okay, anyway, moving on. Now, this list would not be complete if I did not mention the Louis Vuitton Pharrell collection for men's. This was part of his very first collection that came out earlier this year, I think in January. And I couldn't pass up getting something. I actually got a couple things, which I'll mention another piece in just a second. But this was a pullover that I needed to get. I just loved this play on their damier canvas, their checkerboard canvas. They call this camouflage, which just tickled me. And I love that it has like a nod to Minecraft. I love it. I just think it's so, so cool. I love this logo here that they pulled out from the archives. And I also love on the back, it says lovers. These are actually like grommets. And this is another sweater that is 100% cotton, which again, not generally something that I'm down for, but I really, really like the fact that it was cotton, because with all of this color work, and if it was like wool or cashmere, it would be broiling hot and like really, really thick. So the cotton actually makes it kind of wearable. And I feel like the cotton makes this, or keeps it more casual, if you will. So anyway, I just love this. And I did wear this quite a bit, I have to say, when it was cold out. Once it turned a little bit warm, this became a little bit too heavy for me to wear. But this is definitely one of my favorite purchases from 2024. I just love this collection. You guys know, I did a whole blog post on it. I couldn't shut up about it. I made a video about it. Anyway, I'm looking forward to more of his collections. And there's something from, was it the fall preview that I saw? That I was really intrigued by. It was one of the Speedies. Anyway, we'll see if I end up getting that. But this is so much fun and I absolutely love it. Another item that I got from that collection is the hat. I love this hat so, so much. It is so super thick. So it is quite literally the opposite of what I was saying about the sweater being, you know, knit and cotton, and it just made it a little bit more wearable and like less hot and suffocating as if it was knit in wool. Well, this is in wool. This is 100% wool, I believe. Yeah, this is 100% wool, and it is actually double, hold on, let me show you. It's actually a double knit hat, so it's 2 layers. And, hold on, I gotta tuck that. I took that back in. So it is extremely warm, extremely warm. So when we went to Europe, earlier this year, we went to Copenhagen and we went to Finland and we went to Paris. And I was like, I'm bringing this hat. I don't even care. I'm like, I'm gonna be wearing this when we go dog sledding. And my husband was like, you're gonna wear that fancy hat when we go dog sledding? I was like, hell yeah, because it's really, really warm. Really warm. And I did, and it was really warm and it was very, very helpful. So you can see I fell in love with this camouflage. And here we have like a beaded patch with that same archival logo that Pharrell have found in the archives. And I love it. It's pretty self-explanatory why I love it. Super warm, super cute. And you know how much I love green. So of course I was attracted to the green variety. They had this hat in like a blue color story, which would be great if you kind of went for like the denims and stuff. It had that kind of feel to it. They also had, I think, this hat in like a yellow, and then they had this hat like in all black. So you couldn't necessarily see the blocks, but the stitch pattern changes. So up close, you could see that the texture was blocked. And I really wanted to get that, but that's sold out. So anyway, I'm hoping he comes out with more fun accessories. I'm sure he will. But yeah, I loved this collection, as you guys know. So those are my 2 pieces from the Louis Vuitton Pharrell collection. So that is 4 and 5 on my list. Number 6 on my list is this Loewe skirt. I love this skirt. I wear it quite often with this shirt, with the Prada windbreaker. I've worn this with actually the Prada cardigan, thrown over it. Just, yeah, every which way. I think you can dress up and dress down this skirt very, very easily. So let me just step back so you can see the whole thing. It is like a midi length skirt. It's asymmetric. You can see it's got like all these panels cut on the bias. And this is just like a very, very fine wool suiting fabric. But what I love about it is that it has this elastic waist. There is a zipper closure, so it's not like a pull-on skirt. It does have this elastic band, and I feel like that gives it just this little casual touch that it needs, and keeps it from looking too like corporate. I think when you're using like a very fine dark gray wool suiting, you run the risk of creating something very just, I don't know, kind of like office appropriate, corporate looking. And I think with the addition of this elastic waistband, it just keeps it like really fun, really fresh. And like I said, it goes with so many different things. I've worn this skirt with heels and like a little blazer on top. I've worn this with this shirt, little sweater with those Prada sandals. Like it just seems to be able to morph with whatever it is that you want. And it's just amazing. I do think this is sold out at this point, but if there are any sizes left anywhere, I will link it down below because I just love this. There's pockets on both sides, and I do think it runs large. So I wear a size 38, which I'm not really. I'm like a 40, 42 for sure. It's very, very flattering. It like sits on the body and it swings really, really nicely. You guys have seen this on me a gazillion times. So that is I think the wool asymmetric midi skirt, I think is the full name of this skirt. You know what's so funny? I'm looking down at my list and I'm realizing I don't have any handbags. I don't think I bought any handbags earlier this year. I was buying more clothing and more shoes. And yeah, I don't have any handbags on this list. Yeah, I just recently bought like those Prada handbags and the Loewe handbags, but those are so new. I didn't feel like they belonged on like a 2024 so far list. Anyway, sorry, I digress. Next on my list are the Alaïa flats. I love these flats so much, and I think these are still sold out pretty much everywhere, so I apologize, but I will definitely let you know when I do see them come back into stock. If they come back into stock, they may have moved on from this style. I doubt it though, they're still so popular, and flats I think are still very, very popular. So I have this version, which with this like gold hardware on top. It's very, very light. You can actually like hear how hollow they are. They're very, very light. So it's not like, I don't know, like I'm wearing weights on my feet or anything. And these are a black fishnet with the black patent trim. These sandals are so comfortable. I wear a size 39, which has generally been my size. I feel like my feet may have gotten a little bit smaller lately, which is very strange. But these are a size 39, which fit me. And the straps up top here are elasticated. So I just slip my feet in, and I can wear these with pants. I can wear these with a skirt. I've worn them with my gray skirt. And they're wonderful. They're so comfortable. And I feel like with that little gold on top, I feel like I'm wearing like dress shoes, even though they're like slippers. And these white ones, I just got on a whim. I thought, you know, it's the summertime. I really want a pair of like white shoes, but I feel like full white shoes is a lot. That's like kind of a look. Like you see the person's feet coming before anything else when they're wearing like full white shoes. So I thought, you know, fishnet, where it's like, it's a little aired out. It's not a full white shoe. I thought that would be a good idea. And these are so much more versatile than I thought they would be. I feel like what they've become in my wardrobe is if I'm wearing an outfit that would look fine with sneakers, but I don't want to look that casual, I throw these on and all of a sudden I look just a little bit more like I'm going out versus just running an errand or something. So yeah, I've been wearing this a ton. Like this with the Loewe skirt and the Prada navy cardigan, that was like my go-to outfit when it was still cooler, when I could still wear that cardigan. These are just so good. They're so, so good. They're comfortable. They're like on the casual side, but not sneakers, you know? So anyway, love these, and so glad I got them in white because I was really on the fence about it. Oh, someone asked me, they're like, oh, don't they get dirty? You know, if I lived in New York still, yeah, these would probably be like gray around the edges. But I've worn these a lot here in Vegas and out and about on the strip. And I'll just up close just show you. I don't know if it's maybe the material of this fishnet because it's definitely a synthetic material. But they're not dirty. They're not dirty at all. And trust me, I don't sit here and like, you know, clean my shoes off with a toothbrush or anything. So yeah, I'm kind of surprised myself. Oh, here on the back. Here in the back by my heel, you can see a little bit of, Where'd it go? Right here. There's like a little bit of scuffage. Is it on this one? No, it's just on this one. Just on my right foot. But anyway, someone did mention that, and yeah, I've been meaning to take a look, but they look fine to me. They look really great to me. Definitely taking these on my cruise with me. All right, my next favorite luxury purchase of this year so far. I love this so much. And I got this in Copenhagen, so it has, like, it just holds a really special place in my heart. But this is the Celine puffer vest in, I believe it's just caramel is the color. It's a puffer vest. It's just super comfortable. It's very, very warm. I don't think I've ever had a puffer vest before. No, I don't think so. This is my very first puffer vest, and I was surprised at how warm it kept me. And I want to say this was like my whoopee before I got the Prada cardigan. Just never took it off, just always had it on either over my pajamas at night. Like if I just needed a little extra something, I put this guy on. But it is much warmer than the cardigan, much warmer than any kind of like sweater or cardigan or something that you would throw on, because it is quite quilted. As you can see, it's very puffy. So it's very, very warm, and I can't wait until it is cold again. I was able to bring this to Jersey when I went in, when did I go? Was that in April? Yeah, it was like mid-April. And I was so excited because it was, getting warm here in Vegas, and this, I had definitely retired it. And I was talking to my friend in Jersey, and she was like, it's, I think, cooler here than you think it is. And I was like, really? I'm bringing my puffer vest. And it came in handy. I wore it while I was there quite a bit. So I love this guy. I love it. It's so warm. It's so cozy. They have different varieties of this puffer vest. Ooh, I have a stain on it. I should probably get this cleaned. Ooh, what is that? Ooh, it's like on the back neck there. Looks like it got wet or something. Oh, I wonder if it was like hair product. Maybe. Anyway, I have to get that cleaned. But they have this in like a black, like monogram, like a black on black monogram, like a monochrome monogram. And then they have like a dark brown monogram. And they did have this in like an olive green, but I didn't see it anywhere. I think that's sold out. And probably for the best. I have a lot of green, so it was nice to get the caramel, and I really like this color. But yeah, come this winter, if they have like more versions of this, I may get another one. I love this guy. I love the puffer vest. So comfy, so cozy. It was like wearing a blankie. All right, we do have some accessories left, so I'm just gonna talk about these as one, but I did get 2 pairs of Saint Laurent Sunnies. One pair I got in Copenhagen. That is this pair. And they're so plain, but I think that's what I love about them. They're just all black aviators. And they came out with this style where the leg is like mounted very, very low on like the front of the frame. So it's really cool. Just that little difference, I think, really adds something to these. But they do have these in a lot of different varieties with like more like silver and gold frames or whatever. And I was there with my husband at the boutique, and we were kind of deciding between this and I think the silver ones. And he was like, just get the black. He's like, you don't have any sunglasses like that, and you wear enough black. I was like, thank you very much. And I'm so glad that I got these. I love how plain these are. They're just like super duper plain, but they go with absolutely everything. And these have become my favorite driving sunglasses, because I have my big Loewe mask sunglasses. I have a ton of sunglasses, but those are the 2 that I keep like in my car. And I have, some other ones, like I have Tom Ford aviators, which are really nice for driving. But there's something about like a really light sunglass when you're driving, because, you use your peripheral vision a lot. And whenever I wear the Loewe mask sunglasses, I feel like sometimes I see the leg and the emblem and I'm like, oh, is that a car? I'm like, I freak myself out. So anyway, I love wearing these because there's like nothing right here. So when I'm looking side to side, it's like really easy. So anyway, I love these, and I love that they're just so plain, super, super plain. And the other YSL Sunnies I got when I got back from Europe and went to the boutique here at Crystal's, and I was like, oh, there were so many sunglasses in Copenhagen that I wanted or whatever. And these were ones, I think I saw a different version of these in Copenhagen, and just kind of fell in love with the effect of these lenses. So these are more of like a flat top shape, And I think what's cool is, I'm not sure if you can tell, I'm looking at the monitor, but it looks like the frame that's like set behind the actual glass is gold, but it's silver. And it looks gold because of the color of the lens. Oh yeah, can you see it there? It looks gold, but it's actually silver. Isn't that neat? I just thought that was really cool. And I like this ombre effect. Yeah, and I like that it's like silver, gold, there's like a little bit of like grayish blue, and then it moves into a warm color. So these are another pair of sunglasses that I feel like can go with like a lot of different like outfits. Because I feel like when I have really bold, I don't know, like gold sunglasses, sometimes they don't go, or silver, sometimes it doesn't go with what I'm wearing. So anyway, I feel like these are really versatile, and I like the skinny legs, just really easy to wear, very, very comfortable on the face, and very good sunglasses. I feel like I can say that living in Vegas because you can quite literally be blinded by the sun here, and these are great. These are really great. So I think I've mentioned this before, but Saint Laurent has some of my absolute favorite sunglasses. I feel like they always have like a nice design, comfortable. They're not too bulky. Like I love a chunky sunglass. Okay. I love like the big thick legs and the giant, you know, shield sunglasses or whatever. But sometimes just not easy to wear. Like they'll make my face hot, or like the thick legs will make my hair do weird things. And Saint Laurent makes the best simple sunglasses with like the thin legs. I love it. I absolutely love it. So love those two pairs of sunglasses. And the last thing I wanted to mention is this macrame chain with this Baroque pearl pendant that I got from Lucifer Veronestis. So this macrame chain is with 18 karat rose gold here as its clasp. And then this Baroque pearl is actually a pendant that can be removed. It actually has this clasp that clicks open. Can you guys see? Maybe I should do that. It clicks open and closed. So I can clasp this onto a different chain, which I've done. I'll clasp this onto my micro chain that I have from Lucifer, which I could also mention, but I really wanted to talk about this one because it's different. It's really, really different, and it's really a lot of fun. And again, something else that is a lot more versatile than I thought. I really like the idea of this as something very casual. And I figured, oh, I'll just wear it when I want to wear a necklace, but maybe I just have a t-shirt on or whatever. But this really looks nice with dressier kind of outfits as well. So really beautiful. And I just think it's so summertime. There's something, especially about this color, this ecru color, that is very nautical, which always, of course, reminds me of the summertime. And the clasp itself, I like to wear at the front here because that to me looks kind of like a pendant all by itself, but you can of course wear it to the back if you just want to show the cord like so. And this cord is macrame, so it is very, very strong. It's a little bit stiff when I first got it, but upon wearing it, it will like soften up a little bit. And Luna was telling me that you can even run not run water on it, but actually if you like wet your fingers and just sort of like run it over the cord, you can soften it up that way as well. So anyway, wanted to mention that. Oh, and I should mention, actually I almost forgot, that all necklaces and bracelets, Lucifer Veronestis bracelets, are 10% off with my code Michele10 from now through June 20th, I think was the day. So yeah, we were talking about how I just start to think about wearing necklaces and bracelets more in the warmer months because, you know, I feel like I'm showing off my neck and my wrists a lot more than I do in the wintertime. So we decided on 10% off for necklaces and bracelets. So anyway, that is it. That's it for my 10 best luxury purchases of 2024 so far. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Let me know what some of your favorite purchases have been, luxury or not. I would love to hear. And give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.